What's up guys, Intelitech Studios here, and today we've got a machine that sat for about 4 years that I had been waiting and waiting to fix, and the reason why is because the brush roll in it went bad. Not necessarily the brush roll itself, it was the original half soft, half stiff brush roll, and one of the bearings on one side was completely seized and melted, and I couldn't get the thing, I don't know if it was melted, but it was definitely seized, and I couldn't pull it off. So I was waiting to find a new brush roll, and they went out of stock for a while, but I finally found one. This is the original, the stiff bristle brush roll, and this machine is the Hoover Air Cordless. Now, the Hoover Air series has recently been discontinued by Hoover, although the Air Steerable is the one, ironically, even though it's the second gen version and there were some newer ones, that one lasted the longest. I even reviewed it about a year ago when they were still offering them for sale, but they've since been discontinued. And these Air Cordlesses were discontinued a couple years ago in favor of Hoover's One Power line of machines. Although unfortunately, the One Power line does not contain an upright with a hose, as this machine does have. Now, this machine definitely needs, it's not in the best shape. Whoever had it, I guess this button fell off or was acting funny, so they taped it in place. But we've got a wand right here that's built in that you're able to pop off and remove, and it clicks into place. And then we've actually, this is kind of a strange machine because we've got the motor assembly is actually built into the cyclone pack. So this is the motor right here. Of course, there's a Brushroll motor down here, but the main motor is right here, and it's actually built into the cyclone pack, which is kind of interesting. So we've got this, and this thing definitely needs some cleaning. It's not in the perfect shape, but it's not bad. Obviously, it's sat for a while, so it's going to be a bit dusty and dirty, but I'll clean it up. And it's missing the combo tool that it's supposed to come with, but I've got one that I can put on it. So there will be more videos on this machine, and I've already got a buyer lined up for this, thankfully, so that's really good. But here's our brand new brush roll that we need to put in. Now, I took the old brush roll out of it, so there is currently not a brush roll in here. So we're going to have to take this apart and put in that brush roll. Now, the question is, though, is that we've got the battery still attached, and I'm not really sure off the top of my head if this thing has any life. Now, I recently went through a bunch of totes, and I found the charger for this, but this is probably going to be dead. What? Wait, that can't be right. It's fully charged? No way. This thing's been sitting for 4 years. That's got to be wrong. Somehow this thing still runs. And I don't mean still runs like it was broken. It stayed fully charged while sitting in the back of a closet for 4 years. That's crazy. This thing has literally sat out for an entire election cycle, and it's still fully charged. Suction's a little weak, but it does work. I probably need to clean that filter. And this thing's not in perfect condition. There's of course that tape. I need to clean it obviously, but that's not really condition. And then this, it looks like these little tabs that are supposed to guide the hose in place, one of them went brittle and snapped off. Because there's supposed to be like one on both sides to kind of hold the hose in place, but it's not really necessary. So I'll probably just remove both of those. But yeah, so that's that. So we'll go ahead and put the brush roll in it. Well, here, I guess first we'll check the filters. Or just the filter. This doesn't have any sort of post-motor filter on it. Why does the bottom of the bin feel sticky? I definitely need to clean this. Yeah, I definitely need to clean that. So pop this off. And that filter's actually not bad. It's got an interesting stain on it. But it's been a year since I've looked at this thing. But we've got the filter, and it just pops right in. It literally sits into the housing like that. Filter doesn't have a smell, though, even though there's a stain on it. But yeah, so there's the filter. And, of course, there's our dual cyclonic cassette. So I am going to completely clean this up and, you know, the bin and everything, and wipe down the machine. Looks like there's some dust right here as well. Definitely gonna have to clean that. That doesn't look very good. So this thing sat for a while, but the fact the battery still has a charge is pretty crazy, pretty intense. But yeah, so this battery is perfect. So it's a 20 volt battery, 72 watt hours, and it has a manufacturing code, but doesn't show any like date year or anything. But yeah, so it's a fascinating machine. There will be some videos on this, and then it will be promptly sold to its new owner. And I'll be sure to record all those videos tonight. Oh, the handle kind of popped off, but I clicked it back into place. Yeah, this thing's definitely not perfect, but it's not going to sell for a crazy amount. We already agreed on a price, so that's pretty decent. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put in the new Brushroll and see how well this does. Here, I'll take the handle out so I have a bit more working space. I guess I'll put this back on. So I just want to make sure it works with the new Brushroll. And then and the nice thing is that this bottom plate is just held on. Wow, you can't even see that, can you? This bottom plate is just held on by clips. So no screws or anything necessary. Yeah, this thing's definitely, these wheels, I need to clean these wheels. Hopefully these haven't gone brittle. No, they have not. Again, it gets a little bit of dust in here, but there's our belt, which is still in decent shape. So I'm going to pop, even though I'm kind of putting a new Brushroll in a dirty machine, it's only going to be temporary. So we're going to loop the belt around this. And we're going to pop this into place. Hey, look at that. Perfect. It's exactly the right. I was worried this would somehow be the wrong Brushroll, but nope, that is indeed correct. So, again, I'm going to clean all this up later. I just want to make sure this all works and everything before I clean it up. You know, like refurb it and everything. And get this. If I can get that side in. Line this up correctly. Is this even on camera? Hopefully it is. Try to line up the tabs on the bottom. I don't know why. Why is this side not wanting to go back in? That's kind of strange. Oh, because this side also is... For some reason I thought that side was round, but both sides are square. Okay. I'm so used to the other Hoover brush rolls where one side is square and then one side's round and just sits in. So that's where my confusion lied. Hey, much better. Now that's resting in place. All right, so now that we've got a brand new brush roll, let's see how well this does. Obviously it's cordless, so it's not going to do a crazy amount, but let's see if it does something. Hey, there we go. this thing works perfectly now. I just gotta do a little bit of cleaning on it. And it did. Let's see what it got. Hey, it did get up some stuff. Obviously not a lot, just a couple little bits of hair and whatnot, but not bad. There's some fine dust in there too. So yeah, I'd say it's a success. So, we repaired the Hoover WindTunnel Air Cordless. And so now the last thing we have to do is just kind of clean this thing up. And unfortunately, this blue part's pretty bad, but I'm not really sure if this comes off at all. I might have to clean that the old-fashioned way. But we'll take off the battery, since I'm going to be doing some work on it. And I'm just going to wash out some parts, and then some other stuff I'll probably clean off camera. But we'll pop this base plate back off because we're going to wash that. I'm going to pop out this brush roll that I just put in because I'm going to, a little bit of hair around it, but nothing too bad. And I'm going to vacuum out this and try to polish this as best as I can. Looks like there's some stuff in here. I'll try to clean that out. So yeah, this will definitely need a little bit of TLC, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that. I don't know, should I bother recording the washing of these things? I don't know. So we'll take off this, and then even though the filter, well, actually I'll probably wait till the end to wash the filter, so there's no smell coming from it, and I want to quick dry everything else, so I'll wash that last. And then of course we've got our cyclone pack, which is held in with a couple screws, so I'll clean that up in the bin. The bin's pretty bad, so we'll definitely clean that up. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and just wash these. I mean, there's not really much to show here, but I'm just going to wash these and vacuum this out and all that stuff. And yeah, so that should be pretty decent. I don't know where my Mighty Mite is, but I know it's around here somewhere. Alright, and the hose is a little stained on the inside, so I'm going to try to clean that as well. Take off those screws. Make sure not to lose those. So now we can wash the hose. And then, yeah, I'll probably go after the rest of this. Definitely going to put some tri-flow on these wheels to get these kind of freed up again. These wheels seem okay. They spin okay. I'm going to wipe those down. And yeah. So I'm going to wash the hose. Obviously not that, because that's the motor. And the cyclone actually doesn't have a smell coming from it, and the screws aren't in the best shape, and I don't want to strip them. So I think this I'm just going to wipe down, because there's no smell or anything coming from it. It's not too bad. But this definitely I need to wash. It doesn't smell bad, but it's really gross looking on the inside. It's really stained. So I'm definitely going to wash that and go from there. So that'll be pretty much it for today's video. All the parts have got to dry, and since I washed out the hose, that part particularly is going to take a while. But I did get the rest of the machine, not the bottom, but I did get the top of the machine at least cleaned out, and it looks better than it did for sure. But I gotta wait for the hose to dry out, and also the bin as well, and then we'll finish up the rest of this by sort of cleaning the underside, putting it back together, all that sort of stuff. Before we go, though, I am going to try to clean this section up a little bit, because there's still some gunk in. Oh, hi, Rocco. You just kind of spawned out of nowhere. So I'm going to go ahead, there's like some gunk in this part, so I'm going to try cleaning that. And then also where the window is. I'm going to try cleaning that. Actually, first we'll take out the wind tunnel. I forgot to do that earlier. Try to get that. So it looks like there's 2 screws up here. And then I think that's it. Yeah, just the 2 screws. And then everything else is just kind of held in place by everything just kind of slotting into place for the most part. So seems like that should do the trick. Yeah, so I'm gonna wash that because I forgot to do that earlier. Put the screws up here for that, and then I'm gonna wipe down this section right here. So basically just try to get that gunk out from on the inside there. Wow, that is really on there. That is gross. I have no idea what the previous owners vacuumed up in this. Almost like they used it outside or something. It's really strange. But it is coming off, so that's good. And then I think that stuff's on top. Maybe? Is it on top or is it underneath? I can't really tell. Nope, it's underneath. But hey, I was able to scrub all that off, which is good. Very nice. So much better. There, now that little channel is completely clear and doesn't look gross. So that's good. And then I'll wipe, what else is that, little bit of dirt or something? Try to clean the rest of this up, make it look somewhat presentable. Oh wow, there's a lot of gunk in there. I thought that was supposed to be black. Wow. Just like soot or something in there, whatever that is. I don't care what it is, it's coming out. This is going to look good. Even if I have to dig at it for a little bit. But hey, that all came off. Yeah, now it's clear again. Just got to do the same thing for this side. So yeah, it's coming clean. Really nice. God, what some people do with these machines is just insane. Oh wow, and now I can actually make the wind tunnel part look clear again. Look at that. That looks so much nicer. Look at that. Nice and clear. Not covered in dirt. I know wipes might not be the most efficient way to do this, but they're disinfecting wipes, so it's also making it free of germs and whatnot, because whatever was here, probably some germs. And we don't like germs. There's like dirt in the screw holes where the wind tunnel would go. That's crazy. Clean the belt window too, so we can see that. There we go. Clean all this too. wheels are definitely dirty. I clean these wheels. Just completely sort of detail this thing as much as I can. Ooh, this one's seized. Let me get some. I actually found my tri-flow earlier, so I'm gonna get some tri-flow. Well, first I'll throw this in the wash and I'll grab some tri-flow. All right. So I've got this cleaned up. Now I just got to get some, because this wheel's spinning okay, but it definitely is rough, and this one's completely locked up, so we need to free up these wheels. Hey, I freed it up a little bit. Still not. Well, better than it was. I think I'll have to apply a bit more of that stuff. Let's see if I can get this side. This side's pretty much good. Of course, now we're getting some oil on our fingers. See, that one spins now. This one's still struggling a little bit. Yeah, actually a lot of bit. This one will need a bit more work. I wonder if I can pop out these wheels. No, I don't know if I can. The way these are designed, I'm not sure if I can pop these out. I might just have to apply this a couple more times and just hope I can get it. Because I'm pretty liberal with that. I mean, it smells like oil now. Might have to do a bit more work with that. But the wind tunnel part is clean. So now I'm going to go grab the other stuff. All right. So now we've got, oh, I guess I forgot the red part. Darn it. All right, so now I've got the wind tunnel part, which is very scratched. Unfortunately, after I cleaned it, I realized it's quite scratched. Probably from whoever had this last vacuuming up a bunch of junk they probably shouldn't have. So we're gonna line this up. Line this up into all the 4 little grooves and channels. And we'll grab the 2 screws that held that in place. We're going to put those back in place. All right. Okay, so we got that one. Just like that. We'll go ahead and close up the tri-flow, so we don't need any more right now. Try not to spill that. Make sure the belt is still in good shape. So we'll grab our brand new brush roll from earlier. I don't think anything's really got on it, just a couple little strings and hairs and whatnot. Pull those off real quick. Still perfect. That'd be weird if it wasn't, considering it's brand new. And we just gotta line it up on that side, and then again on this side. Perfect. Then we got our base plate all washed up. Again, it does have some scratches, but what can you do? Hey, there we go. Look at that. So much better. So much better. Now, obviously, the rest of the parts are drying, but at least we got that part taken care of. So that looks pretty good. So I think that's it for now. Obviously, I got to wait for the rest of the parts to dry, mainly the hose, because those always take a while to dry. And then from there, I'll do a couple videos with this right after, and then I'll ship it out to the customer. So, but yeah, I do need to still get some of that, which I can probably get with a few of these rags. But yeah, so again, not perfect, but it's better than what it was. So yeah, pretty good. So that's the WindTunnel Air Cordless, a super long 30-minute sort of testing vlog and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much that. Anyways, this is Intelitech Mobile, or not mobile, Intelitech Studios, wrong channel. This is Intelitech Studios signing out. I hope you all have a good one. Peace.